Tonight on News 5 Live, Taiwanese President Dr. Tsai Ing-wen departs Belize following a whirlwind visit of Central America. A 21-year-old call center employee is arrested and charged for rape. A former special constable awaits sentencing following a conviction of unlawful sexual intercourse. And in tonight's Culture Tuesday, a woman empowerment exhibition, a blend of diplomacy and culture. These stories and more coming up on News 5 Live.
The last time we visited Miss Francesca Howers was to deliver the exciting news that she was chosen to receive a home sponsored by SMART for its 18th anniversary through the Hand in Hand Ministries housing program. Since then, she has actively been participating in attending Saturday sessions to improve her life skills, cleared her property for its foundation and construction of her home, and has assisted in the construction of a home for another recipient of Hand in Hand housing program. All these activities are to foster a more responsible, responsive citizen in our community.
Live your best life and explore more with Samsung. Go on an adventure, travel in style, and capture your memories with a Galaxy. This month, Samsung phones start at an extremely low price of only $309, and Galaxy Tab start at only $399. The full Galaxy lineup includes the A03, A04, A23, A33, A53, S20 FE, Z Flip, Z Fold 4, Tab A7, and the latest and most innovative release, the S23 series. Perfect for capturing all of life's adventures. Plus, when you buy any A-series device, you'll get a free 32GB SD card. Shop these awesome devices at any of Samsung's authorized resellers countrywide, including Cellular World, Digi, Quartz, and Odette's Home Center, and get 1-year local warranty with your purchase. So venture out and explore more with Samsung.
Join us for an engaging and inspiring service from Sagebrush Church that the whole family will love. Each week, you will have the opportunity to take part in amazing worship and learn how you can make your personal relationship with God a priority. Watch us on TV, stream us online, or visit us in person at one of our 8 physical locations. Go to sagebrush.church or download the Sagebrush app to find locations and times to watch.
Si está enfermo debido a una enfermedad crónica que le ha dejado inválido permanentemente antes de llegar a la edad de jubilación, es posible que usted reúna.
If you are ailing due to a chronic disease and are left permanently invalid before retirement age, you may want to check if you qualify to receive invalidity benefit. The invalidity benefit exists for persons who are unable to continue working due to permanent illness. To qualify, you must be under 60 years old, must be sick for 26 consecutive weeks and certified to be medically unable to perform any type of work, must have at least 5 years of paid SSB contributions and at least 5 paid within the 3 months leading up to your illness. If you do not qualify for the invalidity pension, you may be eligible for the invalidity grant. Want to know more about invalidity benefit? Visit our website or contact any of our offices to have someone assist you. Also, be sure to visit our Facebook page and give us a like to stay informed. Social Security Board, safeguarding you, your family, your future.
Environmentally degradable plastics, or EDP, are plastics that are affected by a combination of environmental conditions that cause the plastic to break down within an acceptable time frame. They are specifically designed to degrade into carbon dioxide, water, and other biomass substances. The level of breakdown can vary based on standard test methods appropriate to the plastic. Click on the link below to see what you can do to help end the nightmare of single-use plastics. I'm Alison Castillo, and now you know.
Do you have information about a crime or a fugitive in our community? You can submit a tip anonymously with your smartphone. Using this program in safeguarding our community also protects your identity, keeping you out of the court system, and could earn you a cash reward. Here is how it works. Download the free P3 Tips app from the Apple Store or Android Market. P3 is the provider of our secure anonymous tip collecting software. Open the app and create a PIN, but be sure to remember that number, then select your location. Next, select the type of crime. When submitting a tip, be as specific as possible. If you have a picture, video, or audio that will help officers, you can upload them from your phone. Information leading to an arrest can earn you a cash reward of up to $1,000. Once your tip is submitted, you'll be given a tip ID and password. Check back if your tip leads to an arrest. You'll be told how much you were rewarded and how to anonymously collect your cash.
Explore the great outdoors with Benny's Quality and Savings.
Taking its name from the venerable father of the nation, the George Price Highway stretches 77 miles from Belize City to Benqueviejo. Originally built in the 1930s, this cross-country highway system is the artery that links Belize to Central America at the western border with Guatemala. That connection facilitates overland trade, supporting Belize's economic development. Winding its way across the scenic countryside, the George Price Highway from Roaring Creek to Esperanza has been fully reconstructed to meet international standards, with particular emphasis on road safety. A shorter and hassle-free commute is best enjoyed when everyone obeys the traffic laws. To reduce the number and frequency of road traffic accidents, it means that a seatbelt must be worn at all times, and the speed limit observed when traveling along the highway. It also means that pedestrians must use sidewalks and crosswalks where available. Buses should only board and discharge passengers at a designated bus stop. Road safety is everyone's responsibility. It begins with you.
A time to reflect, revive, and renew. Your Belize City Council invites you to join us for an unforgettable, free 2-day Holy Week Revival concert. For the first time in Belize, award-winning songwriter and worship leader Sinach, live in concert, bringing healing, hope, and encouragement through faith, praise, and worship. Join us on Tuesday, April 4, 2023 and Wednesday, April 5, 2023 from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. at DigiPark on Newtown Barracks. And if that wasn't enough praise and worship, we'll have performances by the MD Ministries, Dunamis Ministries, Centro Visión Misionero, Heavenly Orchestra, Wabagari Dance Group, Kings Park Church of the Nazarene Worship Team, Reformation Team Belize, and Gospel Collective Band for these 2 days of revival. So bring your entire family to this 2-day Holy Week Revival concert. Don't miss out. Tuesday, April 4, 2023 and Wednesday, April 5, 2023 at DigiPark on Newtown Barracks. Your Belize City Council. Always about the people.
I'm walking in power. I'm walking miracles. I live a life of favor, for I know who I am. I'm walking in power. I'm walking miracles. I live a life of favor, for I know who I am. Take a look at me, I'm a wonder. It doesn't matter what you see now.
The Belize Tourism Board is looking for a catchy and creative jingle for its Civic Pride campaign. The campaign promotes values such as pride and appreciation for Belize, no littering, respect for our national anthem and flag, and protection of our resources, to name a few. Qualifying jingles must be 30 to 45 seconds long in MP3 format. The lyrics should be primarily in English, but can include phrases from other cultural groups in Belize, and must include the words civic pride and Belize. Jingles will be judged based on creativity, originality, musical talent, overall quality, clarity, and compliance with competition rules and guidelines. The winner of the jingle competition will receive a cash prize of $3,000. You have until April 17th, 2023 to email your jingle to pr@belizetourismboard.org. For rules and guidelines, call 227-2420, visit BTB's Facebook page, or email us at pr@belizetourismboard.org.
You've been longing for a break. Well, it's finally here. Let's go on an adventure together and experience Easter on the islands like never before. Here at San Pedro Belize Express Water Taxi, we are doing it big. With every round-trip ticket purchase, get a chance to win up to $10,000 in cash prizes. You heard right. San Pedro Belize Express will be giving away a total of $10,000 in cash prizes. Ride with us this Easter for a chance to become one of our lucky winners. This Easter, the islands come alive, and so should you. Relax, enjoy, hang out, explore. Our impressive fleet and unmatched schedule will have you cruising through the Caribbean Sea to your sunset destination in no time. Whether you're headed to Caye Caulker, La Isla Cariñosa, or San Pedro, La Isla Bonita, we'll cater to your every travel needs. So, set your eyes on the horizons and take the scenic route, because this journey matters. So, what are you waiting for? Gear up for an affordable and unforgettable travel experience. San Pedro Belize Express Water Taxi, the most rewarding way to travel.
Good evening and welcome to News 5 Live for Tuesday, April 4th. I am Sabrina Daly. The murder of 16-year-old St. John's College student Wellington Williams has brought into sharp focus concerns about student safety outside of the SJC campus. Over the last 17 months, 3 students who had been attending the high school lost their lives to gun violence. And less than 3 weeks ago, we told you about a 16-year-old SJC student who visited the police station where he reported that he was attacked by several persons while walking along Princess Margaret Drive. During that incident, the teenager was struck in the face several times. As for the outcome of the police investigation into that matter, we told you that charges were levied against 3 teenagers for the crime of dangerous harm. Mirtha Peralta, the president of SJC, explained that while there is a public perception that the students who attend the high school are not exposed to certain risks, the reality is different. She says a large percentage of the high school's population reside in areas where they are required to navigate the social ills plaguing their communities on a daily basis. In the wake of Williams' murder, President Peralta has called a meeting with the Minister of Home Affairs, Karim Musa, and the Commissioner of Police, Chester Williams, to address the safety concerns of these students outside of the school compound.
One of the things that we have done is we have called on Minister Karim Musa and also on the Commissioner, Mr. Chester Williams. And so we are meeting with them tomorrow morning. Again, we have invited the faculty, we have invited the administration to be a part of that conversation. You know, I know that many people will say, well, that's reactive, but no, it's not. You know, sometimes if we leave it after Easter, or if we say, you know what, this is Easter break, let's worry about that when we come back, the emotion, the feeling will not be there as if it is, you know, in the first 48 or 72 hours. And so we want to be able to have that conversation, you know, to see what it is that we can do, what it is that the government can do, because this is an educational institution, and so we cannot, you know, solve all the societal problems that are out there. But our role here is to educate, and we can do that through education. And so we are thinking about those measures that we're going to take and that proactive approach with our new incoming group.
Accused rapist Rupert Codd was arraigned before Senior Magistrate Baha Shoman today for a single charge of rape. The 21-year-old call center employee of Mile 4 on the Philip Goshen Highway was denied bail and remanded into police custody until June 6th of this year. The heinous crime for which Codd is accused occurred on Sunday morning just before 4 o'clock in Belize City. A woman reported to police that she was on her way to the hospital to seek medical attention, and whilst walking on Belkin Bridge, she saw a man on the opposite side of the bridge. That individual, believed to be Codd, followed her onto Princess Margaret Drive, where he grabbed her from behind and assaulted her with a knife before pulling her to the side of the street and raping her. But Codd was in more trouble with the court. His records show that he owed the court $2,005 for an old SOE offense dating back to September 15, 2020, where he had pleaded guilty to the offense of unable to provide reason for movements during curfew. Codd also has another conviction from earlier this year for which he was fined $3,005, but that fine is due until October 6, 2023. Former Special Constable Jeremy Bermudez, accused of engaging in sexual intercourse with a 13-year-old female minor back in 2018, is on remand awaiting sentencing tonight after being found guilty of 5 of 8 counts of unlawful sexual intercourse. Bermudez appeared before Justice Antoinette Moore in the presence of attorney Ian Gray and, in his defense, gave sworn evidence from the witness stand, but failed to mention anything about the allegations made against him. He did not admit or deny any wrongdoing. Bermudez's case concluded last week in the High Court, and a decision was reserved for today when he was convicted of a raft of charges. Sentencing is set for April 18th, 2023. Today, police formally arrested and charged BDF Captain 56-year-old William Swan, a resident of Santa Elena Town, for manslaughter by negligence, causing death by careless conduct, failed to give way to motor vehicle on a major road, and drove motor vehicle without due care and attention. The charges stem from a fatal accident over the weekend in the area of Central Farm that claimed the life of Adrian Usher. Usher was traveling on a motorcycle when he crashed head-on with a pickup truck driven by Swan. The pickup truck is registered to the Department of Youth Services. Today, DYS Director Kevin Cadle explained that Swan was on a contract with DYS as manager for the Mountain Pine Ridge Youth Challenge program, and that's why he was driving in the government's vehicle.
Has been working tirelessly to open up this new facility for us at the Silver Mountain Pine Ridge Camp. And I give him kudos for all the work that the efforts that he has been doing, no? So on Friday, we had agreed that he would have been working this weekend, the past weekend, so get the necessary equipment and tools up there to get the work, continue to do the work, of which I know that he had taken up a drum of fuel for the guys to continue cutting the area and cleaning the area, because as you know, we're preparing to open up this month, April. I know that he was up there on Saturday and that he came down late, and that he had taken the other parties that were working with him to the bus terminal and was returning to Camp Belisario, where he was going to park the government vehicle and then retrieve his personal vehicle and then return to his home. So that is as far as we are aware of.
Swan was granted bail in the sum of $6,000 plus 2 sureties, and the matter was adjourned for disclosure to be provided on the June 20th, 2023. Swan was working on preparing a facility in Cayo, which will be the location for the Mountain Pine Ridge Youth Challenge program, being implemented as a crime-fighting tool. DYS Director Kevin Cadle explains.
Have been actually on a lull in terms of crime and violence, and we recognize that there has been a spurt of violence in our city. And so in Belize City alone, we are taking 75 of those young men between the ages of 14 to 17 at the facility to be there for a period of 2 years. 1 year they will be there to be able to learn about their behavior, modify their behavior, learn about skills training, and then the following year they'll be doing apprenticeship and will be deployed to various government uniform institutions such as the police department, the BDF, Coast Guard, forestry and agricultural department. So that's the plan. And all of this encompass what the Caribbean is encompassed in the CIDAP, which is the youth mainstreaming program.
A pair of Fujian Chinese nationals have been charged with an additional offense after being caught by immigration officials entering Belize illegally. 27-year-old Tian Ming Chen and 33-year-old Kai Lin were charged for the criminal offense of using a fabricated permit. They appeared in the presence of attorney Arthur Saldivar before magistrate Kiana Gordon late this evening, where they were read 1 count each. Both men claimed to have permanent residency in Belize, but were charged for uttering on a false document. To wit, a Belizean residency verification letter presented to an immigration officer at the point of entry at the Philip Gosen International Airport. Prosecutor Alifa Ellerington, who objected to bail earlier, reiterated that the men have absolutely no ties to Belize and that they are a flight risk, and that police were still investigating them. They were refused bail and remanded to custody. Coming up, Taiwan president wraps up state visit. She now departs Belize for the U.S. Find out the details when we come back.
Hello friends, I'm Dr. Bob Roberts with another 60-second sermon from God's Word. The Bible says, and Laban said, "For I have learned by experience that the Lord hath blessed me for thy sake." I heard a prominent minister once say, "Experience is a good teacher, but a costly teacher." Most of us would agree with that. But then there are some good things that all of us can learn by experience as we grow older. I think I could say with Laban, as he said to Joseph, "I have learned that God blesses us often in order to be a blessing to others. I have learned that all some people need is an ear that will listen, a hand to hold, a heart to understand. I have learned that love and not time heals wounds. I have learned that you cannot buy respect, you have to earn it. I have learned that the ones you help the most are the first to forget. I have learned that the best place to gain knowledge and wisdom is at the feet of elderly people who have been tried and proven by the trials of life. I have learned you can be known of men but unknown of God, and that the only real thing important at death is what you have done with Jesus Christ, God's Son. Today's 60-second sermon has been presented by Christian Foundations of Faith in cooperation with the Baptist churches in your area.
Adopting a second child was our best decision ever. Now our daughter Alexis has a little brother to play with.
Now that we have our son, our family is complete.
Contact the Department of Human Services and find out how you can become a foster or adoptive parent and be that heart of gold.
1. Introducing DigiOne Bundles. Bundle your home internet, mobile, home phone, and DigiTV services. One bundle, no hassle, exceptional value. DigiOne. Digi, our national telecom.
President of the Republic of China Taiwan, Dr. Tsai Ing-wen, wrapped up her state visit to Belize and this afternoon departed the country for the United States, where she will meet with U.S. House Secretary Kevin McCarthy on Wednesday. During the visit, President Tsai met with Governor General Dame Froila Salam, as well as Taiwanese nationals living in the Jewel. She made a stop at the Sheep and Goat Project in Central Farm, which is funded by her government. A technical cooperation agreement was signed between both countries as Taiwan solidified its diplomatic ties with Belize. News 5's Dwayne Moody was at the PGIA for the departure of the president and her delegation and follows this report on the three-day visit.
Just before 2 p.m. today, the motorcade carrying President Tsai Ing-wen arrived on the tarmac at the Philip Goldson International Airport. There, the president was greeted by CEO in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Amal Emai, and Deputy Prime Minister Cordell Hyde. After a brief exchange of words, President Tsai was escorted to the China Airlines aircraft. The red carpet was flanked on both sides by BDF soldiers. As she made her way up the steps, the leader of the Republic of China Taiwan waved goodbye and entered the plane, concluding her second visit to Belize since taking office in 2016. The visit was part of a Central American tour to Guatemala and Belize, the only two countries in the region with whom the Republic of China Taiwan has retained diplomatic ties. It comes on the heels of Honduras cutting relations with Taiwan in favor of establishing ties with China. During the three-day visit to Belize, of significant importance was a technical cooperation agreement signed between both countries.
It is encouraging to see these projects taking shape in Belize. In addition, technical projects are essential to bettering the lives of our citizens. Therefore, I'm also delighted to bear witness to our foreign ministers signing of an agreement that will streamline and strengthen our bilateral technical cooperation. I look forward to more cooperation in the many years to come.
This agreement will serve to further establish cooperation programs in areas such as agriculture, forestry, technology, education, climate change, youth and women, health, tourism, and other areas of mutual interest. Likewise, it is a reflection of the many projects our two countries are presently engaged in as we continue to strengthen our bilateral relations. Belize and Taiwan share a long-standing friendship that spans almost 34 years.
Taiwan is 57% larger than, or a little more than twice the size of Belize, with a population of 23.3 million people. Like Belize, it is culturally diverse with indigenous peoples as well as immigrants from across the world. Cooperation between both countries span areas of education, health, infrastructure, hurricane relief, and agriculture. During a special sitting of the House of Representatives, President Tsai reflected on this, her second visit to the Jewel.
I have very fond memories of my last trip to Belize. I visited Taiwan Street, where our embassy stands. I also remember meeting aspiring young Belizeans and was very happy to offer scholarship for their studies in Taiwan. I remember thinking these bright minds will eventually serve as bridges for our friendship in our shared future. I also remember visiting the Museum of Belize, seeing the drawings of slave ships and hearing dreadful stories of the slave trade. What our two countries share is the strength and courage to rise from our challenging past and make our present and future free, bright, and prosperous.
Dwayne Moody for News 5.
Last night, Prime Minister John Briceño hosted a state dinner at the Museum of Belize for President Dr. Tsai Ing-wen. The dinner followed a full schedule of events on Monday, including a special sitting of the House of Representatives and an inspection of the Sheep and Goat project in Central Farm. In attendance at Monday night's dinner were members of Parliament and their spouses, as well as President Tsai Ing-wen's delegation. Prime Minister John Briceño was the first to address the invited guests.
Tonight, we got under the stars, as we say, to break bread and to celebrate a friendship between the people of Taiwan and the people of Belize. My dear President Tsai, I'm aware that this is your first visit abroad since the COVID-19 pandemic. And we are very happy to welcome you to you and your delegation to our shores to here in Belize. Now I hope that I know that your ambassador has put such a tight schedule for you, but I hope that you have had a chance to experience the warmthness of our people, the Belizean people, who are all very happy to have you once again here in Belize. This visit has been one more step in the strengthening of our excellent relationship. Today, Belize and Taiwan remain united by our cooperation efforts, but more so by our belief in those great causes like freedom, democracy, peace, the betterment of our people, and the rule of law. So, Madam President, I want to raise a toast to you, to the people of Taiwan, and to an everlasting friendship. Que viva Taiwan, que viva Belize.
President Dr. Tsai Ing-wen also gave an address at Monday night's state dinner in Belize City. Following her brief remarks, the president gave a toast to Belize and Taiwan's strong bilateral relationship.
I recall receiving Prime Minister Briceño and his delegation in Taipei in March, when we discussed the possibilities of collaborative projects in Belize. Now I am delighted to be here to personally witness our ideas becoming a reality. The San Pedro General Hospital is one example of this reality, for which we signed the MOU in January this year. We hope that this facility fulfills a need for accessible, comprehensive medical services, both for residents and for visitors in Belize's most popular tourist tourist destinations. After today's packed schedule, I must say that all of us are looking forward to the delicious Belizean cuisine prepared for us tonight. As you might already know, we Taiwanese are big fans of tasty food. So now, please join me in raising your glasses to Prime Minister Brisano and Mrs. Brisano, and to the enduring friendship between Belize and Taiwan. Our bonds are strong, and may they grow ever stronger. Thank you. Cheers. Thank you.
St. Francis Xavier Credit Union made headlines on March 10th when it was announced that the Registrar of Credit Unions had appointed an administrator to oversee the day-to-day affairs of the lending institution. Several days later, the executive of St. Francis Xavier Credit Union, including General Manager Rafael Dominguez Sr., came forward in the media against what they essentially described as a hostile takeover by the Central Bank of Belize. Since then, it has been rather quiet, as the work being done by Martin Marshallek to establish the requisite governance framework to safeguard the equities of the credit union's members has begun in earnest. Earlier today, the central bank provided an update by way of a press release, indicating that the administrator has reported that the operations at St. Francis Xavier Credit Union continue safely and without disruption. The statement goes on to say, quote, "The administrator has met with staff, some members, and other stakeholders to provide updates and respond to queries and concerns. Importantly, the administrator has commenced weekly reporting to the registrar as required under the terms of agreement." End quote. The press release concludes by informing that a special meeting of members will be called in June to report on the affairs of the credit union. These steps include a subsequent audit into cash management practices and the continuing investigation into specific instances of suspected misappropriation of members' funds. This is in line with the relevant section of the Credit Union Act 2011. After the break, Women Empowerment Exhibition, a blend of diplomacy and culture. We'll tell you about that, but first, here's the weather update with data from the Belize Met Service.
Do you know how to choose the best engine oil for your car? We believe the best engine oil should provide optimal performance and ultimate protection for longer. For Quartz engine oil, our engineers have formulated age resistance technology, also known as ART. It's a breakthrough innovation. The interaction between oil molecules is increased, creating a super resistant molecular structure. So whatever the conditions, it helps to prevent the lubricant protective film from breaking. Any engine is exposed to harsh conditions: extreme temperature and pressure, friction, sludge accumulation. The molecular structure of Quartz with ART stays strong to perfectly lubricate and protect engine parts in all conditions. And the results are outstanding. Protection against sludge buildup improved by 18%. Protection against mechanical wear improved by 74%. Thanks to Quartz with ART, save on maintenance and preserve your engine's power. So next time you wonder which engine oil to use, choose performance and protection that lasts longer. Quartz with age resistance technology. Keep your engine younger for longer.
We're here at Belmopan Irrigation Hardware. We're a hardware store here in Belmopan. We have so many products, from starting your home, your foundation with construction material, all the way to finishing your house with a roof everything we have that you need to build your home from start to finish. Bellompan Argus and Hardware, in collaboration and partnership with BEL, to promote electric bikes and electric scooters. It's a new product that we're venturing into. BEL came with this app that we can download and install and then add our account to it. And what I like about it is that you can track and manage your electricity usage from month to month, going back 12 months and then saying, how can I save this month and not use so much electricity? So the products we have featuring here is we have the women's e-bike. It's a Huffy brand designed for women. And some of the features that it has a front and rear disc brakes to stop immediately when needed. And it's an e-bike, so it has a 36-volt battery and a 350-watt motor in the back within the hub. So what this does is, for you to move, you have to pedal just like normal, but you don't have to exert almost no energy. You just have to pedal a little bit, and then what the bike will do, it will move for you. The miles per hour is 20 miles per hour, so you can be going 20 miles per hour and not exert almost no energy. So you won't break a sweat. So that's one of the features. So electric is the future, and it's becoming more available in Belize. So here at Bellompan Argus and Hardware, we're offering very affordable prices on electric scooters and electric e-bikes at very affordable prices.
We live in a twisted, broken, upside-down world. It's not supposed to be this way. Another mass shooting, another car accident proves fatal, another cancer diagnosis. Why is it like this? Is there any hope for the future? Not only is there hope, but we have also been given a promise for a better future. Join us for Easter at Sagebrush. Find out why Jesus is our one true hope.
In 2021, Taiwan initiated the Women Empowerment Project, an initiative that seeks to place women in better positions to become entrepreneurs and self-reliant. Today, before she departed Belize after a state visit, the President of the Republic of Taiwan, Dr. Tsai Ing-wen, took part in a ceremony for a woman empowerment exhibition. It featured Belizean women who, through the Taiwan-sponsored program, received technical training or support to start their business. And President Tsai herself toured the booths where Belizean women displayed their crafts, talents, or cuisine. Today's edition of Culture Tuesday looks at how diplomacy helps people to express their cultural identities. Here's News 5's Marian Ali.
Since Taiwan invested in the Women Empowerment Project in 2021, it has provided support for women in vocational skills training, as well as startup support for micro, small, and medium enterprises. Surprisingly, while a lot of it had to do with business, some of it was also cultural. And today, many of these women were out to show President Tsai what they are now engaged in. Before she departed, President Tsai said she was pleased with the efforts made thus far.
Taiwan and Belize have helped women enhance their vocational skills and provided consultation and resources for starting a business. We hope these services will help bring women a step closer to achieving their entrepreneurial ambitions and economic independence. I know that aside from the outstanding individuals and women's group involved in this project, many government officials have also been doing their part to empower women in Belize.
On the local front, the government of Belize has afforded the women an opportunity to showcase culture through business, and government officials, including CEO Amalia Mai and Ambassador Dr. Candice Spitz, were willing to help expose Belizean culture.
As I've mentioned to the entrepreneurs, if they have the desire, we are more than willing to have their products on exhibition in Taiwan to introduce the people of Taiwan to the quality of the products that we produce here in Belize.
Whether it be from seaweed, whether it be from sea salt, jewelry making, and we'll have an opportunity to look at the jewelry on display here and all the other works that women have been doing very creative work. I think one of the biggest things about this project is that it's brought families together. It makes women more independent. It builds on the MSMEs and really allows women to grow their potential.
The women we spoke with were either culturally defining themselves or have been established already, like Gloria Lambe, who sells Garifuna food in Hopkins Village, and Amira Correa Pelayo, who owns Sangria Mia.
My parents are actually fruits and vegetable vendors, so I always had access to fruits. So I would always be home making sangria, something that I would like to drink, sharing it with family and friends. And I did this for years, you know, and I had that opportunity to just play with the fruits. And little did I know that what my parents, you know, what they were doing was influencing me, because I didn't realize, you know, how pineapples could complement with oranges and apples. And yes, the blending coming all together, and what fruits didn't go together. And so I just brought all of those skill set from my parents.
Today is the day I'm doing an exhibition to the Taiwanese. So I'm super excited that I had to showcase my Garifuna cultural cuisine, hudut, darasa, harabada, which is the green banana tamales with hash fish, and hudut with snapper, okra, and top it up with a potato pudding.
Okay, so how do you expect to, or hope to, expand all of this to more people of different cultures?
I had my personal business, so feel free, give me a call, 671-9654. You link me, I'ma hook you up.
20-year-old Shahira Young is a Belizean artist who feels that there needs to be a change in the way we think, that others ought to help us to succeed.
I'm still finding myself as a young artist, so I do abstract impressionism, Fauvism, Belizean art, but with a twist. Today I get to meet the Taiwanese president. That was very humbling, honored feeling, and I actually had that on my vision board for when I reach 25. It's happening now, so a lot of things is happening fast, and I just want to tell young people that just keep on working hard. You always hear the word, oh, I can't do this, the government don't provide funding. It's all about, we need to change our culture and our mindset. It's not about them, it's about ourselves, that you have to get up, work hard, write letters, send it to other business, try to promote yourself as an entrepreneur, as a person who wants to make finance in your household.
Minister of Human Development, Dolores Balderramos Garcia, thanked President Tsai in a cultural way that would be difficult to top.
You may go, gal, but you must come back. You may go, gal, but you must come back. You may go, but you must come back. Our heart is aching for the love of you.
Reporting for News 5, I'm Marion Ali.
International Women's Month may have concluded on March 31st, but on the heels of our Culture Tuesday episode that featured Belizean women in business, we bring you the following story of 31-year-old Monique Lamb. She is the first woman to captain the Aggressor 3, a dive yacht that is popular with visitors from around the world. Born in Belize City and raised on the small island of Tobacco Key, Lamb has worked her way up from studying marine biology at the University of Belize and being certified as a dive master to piloting the seagoing vessel that is chartered by tourists who visit the Jewel on diving expeditions. Tonight we look at Monique and the name she has made for herself in a male-dominated industry. News 5's Isani Catano reports.
This boat is 110 feet long, 20 feet across. We take 18 passengers, 7 crew. We have 4 crew members on the deck, that include myself, 2 in the galley, and we have 1 night security.
Taking the wheel is often considered a man's job.
despite the fact that women have long been the primary influencers when it comes to purchasing a boat. Large seagoing vessels, the kinds used for scuba diving and snorkeling expeditions, are captained by men. It's been that way for decades. Meet 31-year-old Monique Lam. As a Belizean woman, she is peerless at the helm of the Aggressor 3.
This is a dive yacht, so we head out for 1 week. We dive around Turnef Atoll. We do some diving around Lighthouse Reef, and weather dependent, we get to explore the Great Blue Hole on a weekly basis.
Accompanying her on these week-long voyages is Vanessa Matut. 11 years ago, after growing tired of a routine job in sales, she set out to sea as a stewardess. Since then, Matut has fully embraced salt life, all while navigating an environment that is male-dominated.
It's not challenging because I get to learn a lot. I know a lot about the back deck. I learned everything here, and they taught me a lot, so I try to challenge them, and I'm fine with that.
Together, these women are among a small group making waves in a local industry that has been around since the late 90s. Monique is the first female captain to head a liveaboard yacht. To lead the crew, she first had to qualify herself and then make an impression on her colleagues. It's the realization of a childhood dream.
Working with Monique, when I first got here, she was the first one that motivated me. So Monique is a people person.
Taking up the challenge, however, is no easy task. Working with the crew means all hands on deck, and Monique is here for it.
I really congratulate her. She has done a good job. She had motivated me. And I was the first one when the topic came up that the head office wanted a captain. I was the first one that went to her and I said, Monique, why don't you try? It would be good for a female to run Belize vessels. And she went with it and ran with it.
On the quay, she's tossed a thick rope to moor another vessel that's coming in after a week at sea. Elsewhere, aft of the Aggressor 3, Monique is helping the deckhands guide a dinghy to the stern. Beyond camaraderie is mutual respect, as well as an abiding dedication to her métier. It started off as a brief trial almost a decade ago.
1 week turned to 7 weeks, and 7 weeks turned to 9 years, and I'm still here diving as a dive master, and I worked up the rank to captain. I did pull my weight, and I gained the respect of a lot of the males in this industry. However, there were a lot of setbacks as I worked my way to where I am now. It's life, it's not easy, nothing comes easy, but even though I stumbled along the way, I still got right back up, dust myself off, and I kept running towards my goal. In the process of working here, I had to take a couple years off. I have a 3-year-old son, and now he's with my mom, and I came right back to work and just keep on doing it.
Yachting has also exposed Vanessa to different opportunities. Over the years, she's learned quite a lot, including the standards relating to training, certification, and watchkeeping for seafarers. This was achieved through the International Maritime Organization.
My experience on this yacht for 11 years has been wonderful because I get to learn to dive here. I had to learn because they told me I had to learn, so I went in and I learned. And then after that, I get opportunities to do a lot of stuff here, to take my STCW and then work with some wonderful captain, and now we have Monique now as our captain.
In the galley, food is being prepared. Working in this small kitchen is Bernard Blades. As chef, he's also been on the Aggressor 3 for a number of years, long enough to witness Monique's ascension to sailor in command.
I'm happy to work with her. Whenever anybody feels down, Monique is the one that put that smile in your face. So I'm pretty happy with her. Ever since I come on this vessel and with the rest of the crew and team members, we have been growing pretty steadfast and strong. As a matter of fact, this vessel has reached the top 5 and number 1 a couple of times. So we are steadily moving the levels of progress and work that we've been doing, you know.
Raising the bar of excellence also means setting the right professional example for anyone wanting to walk in her footsteps.
I hope that I have inspired some young lady or opened their eyes to be able to achieve what they want. I want them to say, you know what, if Monique can be a captain, then I can also be a captain. So don't be afraid to achieve what you want to achieve. It's your life and you need to take charge. And like I will continue to say, be the captain of your life.
Reporting for News 5, I am Isana Cayetano.
When we return, gospel artist Sinach is to hold free concert in Belize City tomorrow night.
Easter greetings to you, Belize, and to all our most valued customers. The Easter season is here, and I believe that most of you will be taking that much deserved and anticipated vacation. As you make preparations to gather memories to last a lifetime, we here at Champion Security urge you to check your security system to make sure that they are working. For the camera system, check the camera visibility and conduct a playback. For the alarm system, check your arm disarm feature. You can call us at our office to conduct a servicing or corrective maintenance of any of your systems. So remember, continue to hop to your own music, ensuring that Champion Security will secure your most treasured eggs.
At SMART, we embrace change, innovation, and equality. From energy and transport to telecommunications and network technology, our females are bringing their own style of leadership to traditionally male-dominated sectors and breaking down barriers for the next generation. Therefore, fostering our women's sense of self-worth, her decision-making power, her access to opportunities and resources is at the forefront at SMART. SMART celebrates all women this Women's Month under the theme Digital Innovation and Technology for Gender Equality.
Your life just got a lot less complicated with Belize Bank Contactless MasterCard Debit Card. Introducing our Standard Debit and MasterCard Platinum Debit Cards. Now you can make purchases anywhere MasterCard is accepted with one tap, pay and go. Your contactless card never has to leave your hands, especially in these times. And your card is embedded with multiple layers of security. Platinum card holders get to enjoy extra benefits like price protection, purchase protection, trip inconvenience, and luggage protection, just to name a few. Start enjoying a cashless lifestyle today with the Belize Bank.
Acclaimed gospel singer Sinach, famous for her hit songs Waymaker, I Know Who I Am, and There's an Overflow, is in Belize. The Nigerian-born singer arrived in Belize this afternoon for a free concert in Belize City. On Wednesday night, Sinach and her gospel band will light up Digi Park on Newtown Barracks, and if we are to go by early indications from the Belize City Council, who brought in the artist, people from all over the country will attend, and from as far away as Atlanta, Georgia. The council has planned 2 nights of concerts starting tonight, featuring Belizean artists and bands. News 5's Marian Ali was at a press briefing called upon Sinach's arrival earlier today. Here's that report.
Hey, Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness, my God.
If you're into gospel music, then the name Sinach is likely familiar to you for her hit songs Waymaker and I Know Who I Am. Born Osinachi Egbo, known professionally as Sinach, she is an acclaimed Nigerian gospel artist and songwriter, as well as Africa's most streamed and followed female gospel artist.
We are a chosen generation. We've been called for to show His excellence. Hey, all I require for life, God has given me, and I know who I am.
But on Wednesday night at the DigiPark, she will be featured in a Holy Week revival concert free of cost to the public. It's a bill that the Belize City Council is paying, a 5-digit bill that Mayor Bernard Wagner says the council felt will be well spent because Belize City needs some healing of sorts and Holy Week makes it timely.
This has been long in the planning, I must say, and my team, I have to always commend my team. I want to certainly thank Deputy Pollard and our councillors who have been very supportive of this event. When we actually put this event together and we took it to our caucus room where we deliberate, my team said we need this in the city. We need some sort of revival in Belize City, right? We have been through a lot as a city, facing the dreaded COVID, right? It was really a dark time in our city, and I believe in the entire world. We came together and we said we had to do some sort of revival in our city. And when we were just about to put it together, then Lisa came, right? Hurricane Lisa, and really devastated the city again. And so I was always saying to myself, this is a test for Belize City, and we need to get back to our roots because we're a God-fearing nation. And
for the artist, she will seek to inspire Belizeans with the lyrics of her hit song, Waymaker.
We are going to be reassuring people that God is a waymaker, that He is a comforter. And there's something, before anything happened, God already knew. God already knows. And he has gone ahead of us, and He has made a way for us. I'm just looking forward to minister the heart of God to the people and to comfort them, inspire them, and inspire their faith in God again. I'm looking forward to that.
Sinash says the inspiration for her songs comes from personal experiences and her observation of others' experiences.
It's a combination of both. It's different things inspire different people. And so sometimes it's when you're praying and God gives you a message, and sometimes it's when you're dealing with people and God puts a song in your heart. And sometimes it's when you travel, when I travel, and God drops a song in my heart for the people. And yes, the combination of all that.
As far as her initial experiences in Belize, Sinash says Belize is just like Ebonyi State, Nigeria.
When we got to the airport, the people were loud and welcoming, and it was like, oh, this is just like home. So I felt a connection. And so when we're ministering, I believe that the Spirit of God will move us in the same direction.
The concerts begin at 6 p.m. and will include performances by Belizean gospel bands and artists.
I know who God says I am, what He says I am, where He says I'm at. I know who I am.
Reporting for News 5, I'm Marian Ali.
The premiums on motor vehicle insurance have registered an increase. The Organization of Insurance Companies, ORINCO, convened several meetings earlier in the year to evaluate the performance of the insurance industry in Belize. Their studies found that the industry is operating at a loss of approximately $4 million. As a result, ORINCO found it necessary to implement a 30 to 50% increase in motor vehicle insurance premiums. That increase came into effect on March 1st. Norman Moore, the president of ORINCO, and Andrew Rowe, the secretary of ORINCO, further explains.
Since the pandemic happened, we've seen dramatic increase in inflation, and we have always tried to maintain our premiums at a certain level. However, we've come to the reality that that's not just going to happen. We can't sustain the business by just leaving the premium where it is. You all will see it as just a 50% there. 50% increase. However, if you take for an example, I ran some numbers, and from last year in, say, 2022, February to now, I did a comparison just on a regular fender bender. Whenever the claims come through, and I would usually vet them, as you see the amount, you can immediately say, okay, that's a fender bender, and that's fine, right? Now, so back in 2022, say 2021, then, you're paying somewhere about maybe $350 so maybe $400 for a minor fender bender. Come now to 2023, you're paying like $650, almost up to $700, and that's somewhere around the vicinity of about 42.8% increase that we're seeing just from trying to repair the same damages that just happened like about 2 years ago. And then now we are trying to find that same money to try to, from the same $100 for the 3 months, to try to deal with that expense.
To give you some statistics to put this all into context, last year, the motor insurance industry as a whole, everybody as a whole, lost $4 million from motor insurance. The supervisor of insurance publishes on a quarterly basis and shares the industry statistics with the insurance companies. And so looking back to that last year, that's what the insurance industry lost, $4 million. Put it another way, the insurance industry needed to collect $4 million more in order to simply break even before we even look at paying back shareholders or anything like that. $4 million more. And so that, as Norman kind of put into, started out with, that is all a consequence of rapid inflation that has taken place over the last couple of years.
Andrew Rowe further explains what the most basic motor vehicle insurance package covers and why it is not sustainable to have that customer paying a $100 premium on the service provided. According to Rowe, while companies have been increasing their motor vehicle insurance premiums since the onset of COVID-19, those increases were only a drop in the bucket.
And the basic required insurance that you need to be on the road to be legal is called Motor Act insurance. That's the $150 that you're referring to.
Okay.
Yeah. And what that provides is $20,000, only $20,000 I'll put out there. $20,000 for property damage. So if you run into somebody's vehicle, knock somebody off of a motorcycle, as I said, run into somebody's house, $20,000 is all the policy will pay for the repairs. On the other side, you have bodily injury, and that policy pays up to $200,000 of bodily injury, but that is sub-limited to $50,000 a person.
Does the increase in premiums vary from company to company, or is it one standard?
So there's kind of, for the basic product, for the Motor Act one, the one that everybody needs, there's kind of a minimum premium that's charged by all the companies. Again, depending on your driving history, what type of vehicle you have, your age, it could go up from there. For the most part, on liability insurance, so that's the part where you're paying insurance to protect you from injuries or damages you cause to somebody else. Across the industry, those prices have gone up. 30 to 50% is about the range where it has been. I mean, before, right after COVID, and we realized inflation was taking place, I think a lot of the insurance companies were doing smaller increases, 5 to 10%, but when you're looking at inflation of 20 to 30% a year for 2 years, you can't, 7% is never going to keep up with it.
Up next, a new line of snacks including Snackers corn chips, made in Belize.
We're here at Belmopan Irrigation Hardware. We're a hardware store here in Belmopan. We have so many products, from starting your home, your foundation with construction material, all the way to finishing your house with a roof. Everything we have that you need to build your home from start to finish. Belmopan Irrigation Hardware, in collaboration and partnership with BEL, to promote electric bikes and electric scooters. It's a new product that we're venturing into. BEL came with this app that we can download and install and then add our account to it. And what I like about it is that you can track and manage your electricity usage from month to month, going back a couple months and then saying, how can I save this month and not use so much electricity? So the products we have featuring here is we have the women's e-bike. It's a Huffy brand designed for women. And some of the features that it has a front and rear disc brakes to stop immediately when needed. And it's an e-bike, so it has a 36-volt battery and a 350-watt motor in the back within the hub. So what this does is, for you to move, you have to pedal just like normal, but you don't have to exert almost no energy. You just have to pedal a little bit, and then what the bike will do, it will move for you. The miles per hour is 20 miles per hour, so you can be going 20 miles per hour and not exert almost no energy. So you won't break a sweat. So that's one of the features. So electric is the future, and it's becoming more available in Belize. So here at Belmont Point Aggregates and Hardware, we're offering very affordable prices on electric scooters and electric e-bikes at very affordable prices.
Do you have information about a crime or a fugitive in our community? You can submit a tip anonymously with your smartphone. Using this program in safeguarding our community also protects your identity, keeping you out of the court system, and could earn you a cash reward. Here is how it works. Download the free P3 Tips app from the Apple Store or Android Market. P3 is the provider of our secure anonymous tip collecting software. Open the app and create a PIN, but be sure to remember that number, then select your location. Next, select the type of crime. When submitting a tip, be as specific as possible. If you have a picture, video, or audio that will help officers, you can upload them from your phone. Information leading to an arrest can earn you a cash reward of up to $1,000. Once your tip is submitted, you'll be given a tip ID and password. Check back if your tip leads to an arrest. You'll be told how much you were rewarded and how to anonymously collect your cash.
Smart introduces Real Unlimited Postpaid Plans, providing customers with unlimited talk, unlimited text, and unlimited data. Now that's a real great deal. With Smart Plus, Share 1 and 2, and Enterprise 1 and 2 plans, you can talk as much as you want, text as much as you want, and for the first time ever in Belize, you can enjoy unlimited data with your postpaid plan. So come in and sign up for an unlimited postpaid plan and enjoy limitless possibilities. In addition, other plans such as the Flex Junior, Choice, and Select have been boosted with a lot more talk, text, and data, providing you with the best value for your budget. Be unlimited with Smart. Smart, your full-service communication provider.
We end tonight's newscast with a story on the latest Made in Belize snack to hit the local market. Snackers Corn Chips is being produced by Bowen & Bowen inside their Ladyville facility. It comes in a number of flavors, from natural cheese to zesty ranch, lightly salted and spicy habanero. As of today, Snackers Corn Chips are only available in 3 districts, but the company intends to sell countrywide following the Easter holidays. News 5's Paul Lopez visited the production facility to find out more about Snackers. Here's that report.
A new line of snacks has been introduced into the local market. Snackers Corn Chips is Bowen & Bowen's latest production. The flavorful chips are made from locally produced corn, and the final products are free of preservatives. Today, we took a tour through Bowen & Bowen's state-of-the-art production facility in Ladyville to find out how they make their chips. Dion Augustus, director of Snackers, showed us around.
It's a very simple process. We purchase corn from all local producers. We buy corn from the people they supply right here in Belize also, right? And Snackers it's all Belizean, Belizean corn. If you're noticing, it's all Belizeans working in the area, getting this dream of ours accomplished.
Kernels are funneled into the facility from silos on the compound. Those kernels are then passed through a toaster to remove the outer layer. The toasted kernel are conveyed into a grinder, at which point water is added to produce masa.
And that masa is then rolled flattened by a sheeter, right? That sheeter then flattens the actual masa, and then the masa is then cut by these guys into the different shapes of the different brands that we have.
Today, the facility is producing their Bocadas corn chips that are oval-shaped. After being cut into uniform dimensions, the chips are baked at around 400 degrees Celsius or 752 degrees Fahrenheit.
From that point, it then goes to a fryer, and in the case of Bocadas that we're making today, it's cooking at roughly 180 degrees Celsius.
The unique flavors that set apart the 4 different brands of chips produced by Snackers come together in the seasoning room. Bocadas is lightly seasoned and best used as dipping chips.
After that happens, it is then taken up into the bagging area. In the bagging area, it starts off with the product being weighed to the specific sizes that we have for each one of our different SKUs. After the established set weight of or mass of the product is gotten by the machinery, it will be properly bagged, sealed. It is collected manually by the workers in that area, and then it is placed in the boxes manually, and then those boxes are then taped, palleted, and stored and ready for distribution and then sale.
As you have seen, most of the manual labor takes place at the end of the production line during the boxing process. The rest of the production process is entirely automated, and according to Augustus, the technology being utilized here meets international standards. Shauna Arnold is the marketing manager at Snackers.
We have 4 different great flavors. We have asadas, we have bocadas, chiladas, and doradas. And doradas comes in nacho cheese, zesty ranch. Chiladas comes more as a spicy flavor, so we have fiery habanero, of which we're hoping to introduce other flavors as well. Asadas and bocadas are more original flavors, so they're lightly salted. So we develop different taste profiles for different consumers that have different needs, different preferences, and all of that we hope would satisfy the market.
The Snackers facility was commissioned in January. Today, the products can only be found in Orange Walk, Corozal, and the Toledo districts.
After the Easter, we will be launching in Zangrega, Cayo, and Belize City. So by the end of April, people can look out for the product countrywide. We should be countrywide. Competition does exist, but I feel like we've spent a lot of time developing a world-class product with quality, with high ingredients, natural ingredients, no preservatives, done right here. And I think we've done a great product at an affordable price. And that was really what we wanted to introduce to the Belizean consumer, that this tastes really great and it's affordable for you as well.
Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.
And that's the news. Tonight's broadcast is available in both text and streaming video at channel5belize.com. You can also connect with us on our Facebook page and on YouTube. I'm Sabrina Daly. Thanks for joining us. And from all of us here at News 5, good night.